Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your January through June 2024 tarot forecast. 2024 is primed to be kind of wild. I don't know if it's going to be weird like this year was, but there are some pretty interesting events. So we'll talk about that as we go through the reading. Check out our new shop on the Love and Science website. That information is in the description box. You can get the Divine Fool hoodie. There's a whole bunch of designs up there, but this one's my new favorite. And then we've got some new designs on our mugs too. So if you have some extra Christmas money to get for yourself and you want to help out and support a cause, there you are. So the way that we do this reading, I have all of the major arcana and the 4 aces in this deck, and we'll get an overlying theme from January through June. And then I'll go through each month and we'll clarify with a second deck of tarot. January, we're going to have Pluto ingress Aquarius for the second time. I will be doing an astrology like 2024, talking about the astrology for 2024. I'll be doing a video for that for Patreon. If you want to check that out as well, we're going to talk about each month and what it's going to look like more in depth and in detail. But yeah, so Pluto is going to be ingressing Aquarius for the second time. So this is really like a whole new generation, like a whole new era, a whole new energy, whole new feeling, just starting the year off. And we felt this at the beginning of 2023 as well. And so then Pluto will regress back to Capricorn in 2024 one more time before finally setting into Aquarius for 19 years. So January for Sagittarius, we have the moon. For February, we have the Strength card. March is Temperance. May, we have, oh my gosh, I just totally jumped over a month. April, we have the Emperor. May, we have the Hermit. And June, we have the Chariot. Nice. Okay. And so it feels like coming into this year, I feel like with the moon in January, it's about nurturing yourself. I feel like it might be, I mean, there's something that's coming and something that's happening, and I don't really think that you can see what that destination looks like right now. And so I feel like with the moon, this is about, just because you can't see it doesn't really matter. I mean, like the Hermit and the moon look very similar. Look at this. They're both going on this journey with just a small light, a small little, they're in the dark. There's not much really for them to go by, right? So they have to kind of have a lot of faith. So you're like coming into this year and it's like, it's time to have some faith. We got to have some faith, right? Take a leap of faith. Go after the Fool. Temperance, love that you have Temperance in March. And eclipse season is in April. So yeah, we'll talk about this stuff. But let's start off with the moon in January. So it feels like there's some building blocks, rebuilding maybe a foundation with an earth sign, or an earth sign is involved with this. And with the moon, there's a lot of faith here. So 8 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. So I think that you're coming into January like it's almost like the universe is asking you to have some faith because you really don't know what this year is going to look like, right? It feels like there's this want, this desire, almost this obsession, can I say, to like rebuild with an earth sign or find some kind of foundation or rebuild a foundation with an earth sign. Let's check out let's clarify this. Or work on something. Okay. I think part of you is wondering if everything is going to fall apart with this person. You have some questions. Let's put it that way. The Tower on the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So it could really be that you had been really trying to work things out with this person, and this Tower came along, was like, this foundation just needs to be totally redone. Like, you keep trying to patch up the cracks, which is perfectly normal and honest. Like, that's something that everybody would do, is to patch up the cracks if they need to be patched up. But I feel like every time you patch up the cracks, like, it would just crumble and fall down again. So Two of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles, I feel like you're really kind of unsure. And I think that this is about faith and trust for yourself to make the right decision. I think that you know what the right decision is, because I think that you know what you want. For some of you, it's going to be removing yourself from this earth signs energy. And for others of you, it's going to be patching up the foundation in a different kind of way. But we have Temperance with the Nine of Cups. So even if you don't know what the destination is going to look like, I think that you know what you want the destination to look like. So focus on that part, because that Two of Pentacles vacillating can really make the suffering worse, with what this is. But if you're unsure of how things are going to turn out, and that's kind of what is starting your year off, interesting. There's something that's happening in January that's sort of showing you that a foundation needs to be rebuilt in a really big way. Strength in February. So I love the Strength card because, yes, it's about being strong, but it's also about being resilient. And it's also about taming our demons as we become more resilient. And it's not about being bitter, right? It's about being able to face uncertainty, and trust that we can find some clarity within ourselves, even if we're facing uncertainty. So finding some resilience in February could be a Leo energy you're dealing with. That Taurus energy is real strong. Nine of Swords with the Hierophant. And this is why you're going to need some resilience, because for some of you, this is about having to surrender to like a lost relationship, or having to surrender to the pain of losing someone, of losing a relationship, the anxiety, the frustrations, the fear of, because it for some of you, this is about a marriage. And it's heartbreaking. Like, it feels very heartbreaking from this, and it feels very stressful. We have the Nine of Swords, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Three of Swords with the Nine of Wands. So there's almost like you have to surrender to the heartbreak. That's what's going to help you be resilient, and it's going to help you to tame your demons. February, we're going to have Chiron conjunct the North Node the entire month of February. And it at like 15 degrees the entire month of February. And so the whole month of February is just going to be about healing and about standing up for ourselves. But if you're having sleepless nights, it's probably because you're trying to control the way that this relationship is going to like work out, or the way that things with this earth sign is going to work out, whether that means that you are separating from them. Because if this is like a marriage and you're in a separation, then I feel like you're trying to control the way that that separation is going to look. And if you're in a marriage and you don't want to separate, I feel like you're trying to continue to like keep on working on this, but you're trying to, the reason why you're anxious is because I feel like you're trying to control the outcome, no matter what that outcome is meant to be. With the Emperor here, it really feels like you're trying to control the outcome. And that's what's bringing you anxiety. And whatever that looks like, it may be that you're like catering too much to the other person. It may be like there could just be so many different things that for you trying to control the outcome. The Seven of Pentacles on the Hierophant. What the energies are really asking for you to do is to plant the seeds, see what it is you want, and then just let it go. Let it happen, let it fall apart, let it come back together, let it rebuild, let it get stronger, let it get weaker, like whatever is meant to be, because you can have the feelings that you want something so bad and you want to control the way that it's going to go and the way that it's all going to look so bad. But at the end of the day, that's not how this all works. And you know that. You know better, right? As a Sagittarius, you guys know that it's not just what you want. That's not how life is going to turn out just because you want it that way. We have the Seven of Pentacles on the Hierophant. And for me, I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, it's about building up your own spiritual stability with that Hierophant. Queen of Pentacles on the Nine of Wands and the Three of Swords. I feel like part of you is just like, take whatever. You can have whatever you want. I don't want to deal with it. That's what this feels like. That's really, like, literally, those were the words that I heard in my head when I saw these cards together. Like, you're really surrendering to the heartache, the heartbreak of this. And it's actually, the more you surrender to it, the more you tame your demons and the more resilient you become. March, we have Temperance. There you are, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. Showing up in March. Balance. Temperance is all about balance and being logical. And I think that when you don't know what to do, when you don't have a focus, when your arrow is pointed in like 600 different directions, it's really hard to it's kind of hard to think, find clarity. So there's this need in March, I feel like, to come to center with yourself, with Temperance as the overall theme. We start with the Knight of Wands, that wishy-washy back and forth energy. The Judgment card and the Nine of Pentacles. There's something about you being independent. And I think that in some way, this unknown, not really like wanting, like knowing what direction to go in a lot of ways is that why that center is happening, right? This is about you doing what you want to do. What is it that your soul wants you to do? And like, where does that independence come from? Where are you trying to be independent for yourself? And not control things. You know, a lot of times when we have to be independent, we try to control because it's like ultra independence, you know? If I'm not doing it, then it's not going to get done right, is, you know, some ways that goes. But for some of you, this independence means a divorce, but that's going to be balance. But this independence is bringing balance to you. Knight of Wands. So that we have the Six of Pentacles on the Knight of Wands. That wishy-washy energy, it is begging to be centered. It's literally being like, with that Six of Pentacles, it's like, where are you placing your energy? Are you giving your energy to people, places, and things that are no longer going to serve you? Or are you giving your energy to people, places, and things that will give back to you, right? Like there's a very big need for you to recognize where you're placing your energy. 5 of Cups on Judgment. And grieve, you guys. You cannot hold on to the sadness and swallow it and stuff it down into your gut. You can't do that and expect for things to just be happy all the time. You know what I mean? Justice on the Knight of Pentacles. So whatever independence that's calling out for you right now, that's bringing balance into your life. And if you look above her head, we've got the Wheel of Fortune above her head, right? And that is a positive shift, a positive momentum moving forward. So there's some kind of balance that's occurring for you here. Temperance. So we have the Emperor for April, which is Aries season. The Emperor, fun. But this is eclipse season as well. April's going to be eclipse season, and the Aries new moon, the Aries solar eclipse, will have Chiron involved, which we dealt with in February too. So whatever's going on, whatever happened in February, there's very big possibility that everything is going to close out. Chapters are going to close out and all of that in April. We have the 8 of Wands, we have the King of Wands, and we have the 7 of Cups. So I feel like a whole bunch of energy starts coming in April. I feel like you hear from someone, or like you get a message from someone, or you hear from someone or something like that. And I actually feel like there's a lot of opportunities that come to you in April. And so I feel like you're going to have to decipher which one is going to be the best for you. And it feels like in June, this might be a move. So these opportunities might be a move that's happening. So let's see, 8 of Wands, King of Wands, which is your energy, and the 7 of Cups. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. So you hear something from a King of Cups, from a water sign, or somebody who's got a lot of emotions. I feel like you get some knowledge, you hear something, or like there's some kind of information that comes out from a King of Cups. And I feel like it's a friend. I feel like this person is actually on your side. 3 of Cups on the King of Wands. And that's what I feel like. I feel like April is a month where you really need to rely on other people. You need to rely on support. You need to rely on your friends. There's something that is happening in your life that is requiring you to ask for help and to be open to receive. So let that happen. And then we have the Ace of Cups with the 7 of Cups. Okay. And so when it comes down to all of the confusion and all of those 7 of Cups confusion and like all of these opportunities coming to you, when it comes down to it, that Ace of Cups is the most important. And that Ace of Cups is you taking care of you, filling up your own cup, not worrying about anything else or anyone else until you are taken care of fully. You have to pay attention to yourself and let other people pamper you too. This is what I mean. The Emperor is ultra independent, and April is being like, stop being so ultra independent. I know that with this Aries North node, right? Like this is where we're being called to, but there's a thing about going overboard with independence and warriors and feeling like you have to fight all the time, right? You don't have to. So let the people around you like envelop you and help kind of take care of you during this time. I feel like you need it. The Hermit in May. So could be dealing with a Virgo energy, could just feel like not doing a whole lot in May. May is going to have a lot of Jupiterian and Neptunian energy going on. It will be sort of a fantastical month, but I think that May is is a big part of your journey. And I think that some isolation might be needed for that part of your journey. And I think that it's just time. Like there's a time to rest. May feels like a time to rest for you guys. All major arcanas came out. So this is like a big road sign. Pay attention to May. Pay attention to May. The star. We're working on your path, your journey, the direction that your soul, the lessons that your soul wants to learn in this lifetime, you know. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Judgment card. So May, the energies are like, it's time to focus on you. It's time to focus on your journey. It's time to focus on you. It's time to focus on your stability and that spiritual journey, not just your physical journey. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the spiritual journey too. So we have the star. Oops. Hierophant. And Judgment. Temperance, Three of Wands on the star. So there is more. I feel like you're looking for more. I feel like that's why this isolation is needed, is because with that Three of Wands, you're like, I want to be free. I want to fly free. I want more. I need more. I just cannot be in this like restriction. You know, it feels like some restriction. And then we have that temperance, that balance again. And so you're really feeling this desire to break free from something. And it could be, again, it could be a marriage, because we're back with the Tower on the Hierophant. Something's either coming down with a Taurus, a foundation is coming apart with a Taurus, or a foundation with a marriage, or your whole belief system could really just be getting a whole new, you know, it's renovation. That's the word I was looking for. Your whole belief system could be getting renovated right now. And so trusting in yourself and that isolation is a really big deal. The Magician on the Judgment card. The reason why all of this is happening is to open up space for you to be able to manifest more into your life. You are the magician, Sagittarius. You just are. And sometimes when our foundations need to crumble, it's because it's time for us to receive better, receive more, receive something different. And Judgment is also reminding you that you have help through this. You don't have to do it on your own. You have a lot of help through this. So then we have June. June, we have the Chariot. And I feel like with the Chariot, there's this movement, could be physical. You could be traveling somewhere. But I also feel like this part too, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey, right? Because we have the moon. So we don't, you know, we are having to have faith in the dark. We're having to have faith in like wherever we're going and wherever we're headed. Having faith. Ace of Pentacles. You may receive a gift, monetary gift. It could be a new house. It could be like, there's just this new energy, like some kind of physical new energy that's coming into your, it's stability. It feels like a new energy of stability coming into your life. And then we have Justice. So this could be the starting journey. Like you may have recognized in the past that you needed to, like for some of you, it's about divorce and that you needed to start that already, or separation or something like that. But now I feel like this is the beginning of that journey. Like the application has been done, or you secured a lawyer or something like that. Like but it feels like there's some kind of balance that's coming for you in June, because the part of your journey is there's movement with part of your journey where there was probably some stagnation before. So let's see here. Woo. Okay. So we have the 9 of Cups on the moon. So we have the 9 of Cups on the moon. So yeah, really having faith that because the 9 of Cups is the wish card. So having faith that what it is that you truly desire and you truly want and you truly wish for in your life is going to come to fruition. And you don't know how that's going to look, right? Like we're promised our birthright of abundance. And if we allow ourselves to see abundance in a different perspective, sometimes this 9 of Cups makes a little bit more sense. So I feel like the darkness of this is you having to look at this abundance in a different perspective, what abundance might look like in a different perspective. Queen of Cups, the Death card, and the Ace of Pentacles. So there's a water sign, possibly a Scorpio, could be a Cancer, that's really helping you move forward. With and it could even be monetarily moving forward. There's also the ending. It's like the transmuting of energy. There's the ending of something so that there can be a beginning of something, is what this feels like. And then we have the 6 of Cups with the 5 of Pentacles on justice. So you could be feeling a little bit left out from the Scorpio energy, or this kind of like there feels like there's some kind of energy that you're feeling left out from, soulmate energy or relationship energy or something like that. But also it feels like this was I almost want to say like the past just drained you. I feel like something is being balanced out because the past was so incredibly draining, and that's changing for you. That's shifting for you. I feel like there's like a separation that's happening in your life, whether that's from a person, a job, a situation, like whatever that is. But that's what this 6 months feels like. It feels like there's a separation. There's a huge foundational shift that's happening. There's something that's showing you that you have to be independent in your own right. And because it's not about you leaving yourself out, right? This is movement forward. And so a lot of faith and a lot of trust and balancing yourself. I love you guys. I hope you have a really wonderful first 6 months of the year. Might be a little bit turbulent. Things are kind of messy right now, but I do love you so much. And thank you for your support, and thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.